Progressive Musicians and Sound Espressivo are hosting live auditions for our Laureate Gala at Carnegie Hall this summer. Auditions are open to soloists, composers, small and large ensembles. You can also audition for an opportunity to perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players Orchestra. Don't miss your opportunity to receive a professional video recording of your performance on this world-renowned stage.
Ronald, welcome to Carnegie Hall.
Thanks.
And to a quick interview before the concert.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many of the young people that I've been interviewing are in New York for the first time, and they all mention the tall buildings. But you are from Queens,
Yes.
so you're no longer impressed by tall buildings.
No, I am not.
Now, you've been playing the violin since you were 13.
No, I've been playing it
for 13 years, sorry.
Yes.
Yes. And how old were you when you started?
I was about 3.
3.
Yes.
So you're a junior in high school now?
Yep.
And you've been playing for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first picked up that violin 13 years ago, at the age of 3, a little violin, probably about that big,
Approximately.
maybe a little bigger. What was your impression? What struck you about it, and whose idea was it?
I didn't really think much about it because it was my parents who made me pick it up. I didn't really think much about violin until I was 10-ish. Before then, it was just something I had to do. But after I was 10, it was more like I was actually interested in playing.
So for the first few years, you were just sort of casual, and
It was just something I had to do.
Did you take lessons?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything that you really were that interested in, but you
Right.
did it anyway.
Yeah.
So at what point, 7 years later, because you were 10,
Yeah.
what changed?
Well, I went to Manhattan School of Music around then, and then I met a lot of other musicians around my age, and it was mostly the ear training and music theory lessons that I had that I found really interesting, and that's kind of why I started to think. That's what I started to find interesting about music.
To the Manhattan School of Music, though, was it to continue the violin? Or were you taking classes
Yeah,
there?
it was for violin.
And you were a private teacher?
Yes.
So you must have done something in the first 7 years in order to get a private teacher in Manhattan School.
Yeah, well, I think it's probably because I was young, and that's easier to get in when you're younger, I think.
Yeah, well, not that easy, probably.
Well,
Sounds like you had a little something going for you.
maybe.
And so then you started playing seriously or practicing seriously when you were 10.
Yes.
And did the pace pick up? Did your skills advance pretty noticeably?
Yeah, I think, after I started finding violin interesting, I was more into practicing, and I think I got better. I think I made the most progress in the past 2 years when I really started getting into researching the music and stuff.
And that's where the theory helped. So you like theory?
I like music theory, yeah.
Yeah. And meaning exactly what? Just the harmonic theory or more the architecture of music, or both?
both. Yeah.
And what pieces are you playing now?
Well, I'm performing the first movement of the Barber Violin Concerto, but I'm also working on. Currently, I'm practicing a Izai Ballade and the
Oh, I'm sorry, which?
Izai Ballade,
Izai,
yes, and the Prokofiev First Violin Concerto. Yeah.
So you're a junior in high school.
Yes.
And what do you hope to go to college?
Like what major or what
Well,
college?
do you have a college in mind?
I've been thinking about Brown
Uh-huh.
or Duke or something. I'm hoping to get into computer science.
So you're not thinking of Juilliard necessarily, right?
No, I'm not. I don't think I'll be doing music like professionally or as a career.
Right, I see. But computer science.
Yeah.
What area of computer science? More like software development, or
Yeah, software development.
yeah. And what exactly? What are your hopes in computer work? What do you hope to end up doing in computers? Any idea yet?
Not really. Just get a good job, like a stable job.
Have you learned programming yet?
Yeah.
What programs do you work with?
Right now, I am studying C++ and Java,
Yeah. Getting pretty proficient?
mostly in C++. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Well, it's a field that will never let you down. It's going through a rough patch this year, as you've read.
yeah.
A lot of layoffs, but that's just temporary. My daughter works for Google.
Oh, cool.
She's a software programmer. She's been there 8 years. And before that, she was at Google. She was what they call a developer's advocate, which meant she would go around the world pre-COVID, showing sometimes very big audiences of thousands of people. She'd be up on the stage and show them how to use the Google AI software that was in the cloud. And she would do live demonstrations. She would program on the stage live and,
Oh, wow.
and give examples of how it worked.
Very cool.
So, yeah, it was very cool. She presented once about 4 years ago at the annual Google conference in San Francisco. And someone made a little Facebook page, and they had pictures of the speakers. And they had the president, they had a woman by the name of, I forgot her name, the head artificial intelligence lady, the two founders, they were all speaking, and then they had a picture of my daughter.
Oh, that's cool.
And I wrote, I said, somebody pulled a prank on you because they put you in on the opening. She said, no, I'm making a presentation on the opening. So she's done well with that career, and so you will too.
Yeah, thank you.
And also with the music, though, it'll be something you'll always be glad you
Yeah,
worked on.
I don't intend on like stopping music just as a hobby, nothing that seriously, but like as a hobby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wish you the best of luck. And what do you said tonight? You're playing the
Barber first movement, or like 7 minutes of the first movement. Yeah.
of the violin concerto
Yes.
with a accompanist.
Yes.
Who's accompanying you?
The James. I think that's
James.
his name.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, good luck tonight. I can't wait to hear you play, and it'll be streamed out all over the world
Oh boy.
through virtual concert halls. So maybe who knows what'll happen. But thank you very much for coming in.
No pressure.
Good talking with you.
Thank you.
progressive musicians and Sound Espressivo are hosting live auditions for our Laureate Gala at Carnegie Hall this summer. Auditions are open to soloists, composers, small and large ensembles. You can also audition for an opportunity to perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players Orchestra. Don't miss your opportunity to receive a professional video recording of your performance on this world-renowned stage.